Let's see. Hopefully you guys can hear me. I can't hear myself at the moment. There we go. Just bring that up a little bit. Now you can hear me a little bit better, hopefully. And now I can hear myself a little bit better, too. Let me turn that music just a little bit so I can... Kind of like that. How's that? Victory Leo says, I hear your music loud. Yeah, I was fading them in and I didn't do it quite as balanced. My apologies. If I can get it right at Walmart, I'm going to get me a PS4 1TB, $299. I hope I don't need internet to play physical copies of games. I don't think... I'm fairly certain... So this is one of the things that I actually have with PS... 3, 4, 5 games, etc., specifically 4 and 5. Or was, yeah. That's I was adjusting. I just didn't do it quite as timely as I wanted it to. So I apologize. It's on physical faders, and I'm on input 15, and I'd forgotten. So I was moving the input that I'm usually in, which is 16, instead of the correct one. So. And I didn't balance it out very well. I don't believe so. I think actually, even with PS5, the Xbox requires you to have internet for a majority of the games because they are still just downloads. But as I understand it, the PlayStation, for the most part, the games are on the disc. So I don't think you have to have the internet for most of them. I could be wrong, but I don't think you'll have to have it for most of them. So that'll be good. It'll be nice to see. What do you? My question, I guess, would be, what game are you going to jump into right away? Like, what game is the game for you once you have the console? I'm very curious. I mean, PS4 was such a good console, so I think it'd be very, very difficult to not. To pick one, game, but I definitely I'm excited for you. Let me take a listen really quickly, see how I sound. Hopefully I sound okay. Probably better without bumping into the microphone like I just did. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. Okay, so now let me... I'm going to go switch something real quick. I'm going to explain this dilemma. So let me turn the music up just a little bit. You inevitably heard all those clicky clacks. I'll explain what that is in just a second. Let's see. I already have The Last of Us and a series Kisses from my buddy Hugo. Oh, nice. Yeah, Hugo's awesome. I don't know if I know the series Kisses. The Last of Us I'm definitely familiar with, so very nice. I keep hitting that microphone, I swear. My head. There we go. So, anything but sports or race car games. I love horror RPGs. Want to play that Soul something, forgot the name. It's like Fable. Huh. I'm not sure. There's Demon Souls. Dark Souls came out for PS4 as well as did Bloodborne. I don't know if any of those are in that, but those aren't quite like Fable in my estimation, but I could be wrong. I'm not sure if that's it. That's definitely, Bloodborne is certainly a top choice to choose if that's something that you end up doing or playing. It can be gotten for, I think $8 to $15 today for a copy. Very, very nice. But that may not be, that's probably not what you're talking about. But just kind of interesting. Height of the Misses, yes, Dark Souls, and the other two. Oh, really? Okay, well, cool. I mean, those are fun games. Those are super tough. Dark Souls 2, let's see, Dark Souls, well, all three Dark Souls and Demon Souls. No, excuse me. Dark Souls 1, 2, and 3 are all three available on PS4, if I'm not mistaken, and then Bloodborne is available, and I believe a PS4 exclusive, and remains as such. So, very, very good choices. Bloodborne is a top-tier game to start with if you are a... Now they're called Soulsborne because of it. Bloodborne, I could see Bloodborne being like... Meteor games or Meteor games. I'm not sure what that means. I'm sorry. And also, yes, if you are interested in saying hi to the Mrs. 2, she is currently on her own channel on Twitch at the Siren Ivy, which is in the description, in my description. And you can check her out. She was playing Cyberpunk 2077, but I think we had some technical issues with that, so now I think she's playing some other stuff. I'm not sure what she's playing, but I can tell you she's always it's always fun to watch and see what she's up to. So, I want to kind of explain the dilemma that I find myself in and why exactly it is that I'm doing this particular stream. I am trying to change my stream date from Sunday to Saturday. My hope is that... I don't have Twitch. She prefers Twitch. I prefer YouTube. And today she said, I feel like streaming. She wanted to do some stuff with her makeup and so on and so forth. I thought it was great. I don't I have a camera, but I don't put it on for the retro room. The focus is kind of just us chatting in the games. So she says, let me, I think I'll go stream there. I said, well, that's okay. I'll stream, I'll stream on the retro room. And she's like, yeah, that's good. So we try to coordinate it as best as we possibly can, but she's literally in just the room right next to me. So we still stay close, even if we're technically separated on the channels. We're not separated relationship-wise, but separated in terms of actually in different studios. So, but yeah, she likes Twitch. I'm not sure. She's gotten really proficient with it. I don't know a thing about it. I like YouTube personally. I've been doing YouTube videos now for 6 or 7 years, I guess. Let her know you said hi. I absolutely will. I know she'll love to hear from you, and she'll certainly say hi back, So, here is the issue that has happened. For anybody who has watched any of my tech streams, you know that my setup is chaotic. It's decent. I mean, it's a decent setup, but it's a chaotic setup. I have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, I guess 8 consoles hooked up into, and these are the newer consoles for the most part, right? Hooked up into an HDMI selector switch, and then, 7, hooked up into an HDMI selector switch, and then I actually have a series of SD AV switches that are plugged into a very... You've watched them. You know it's chaos then. I have the SD AV switches that are hooked up into this kind of chaotic mess that run into an up converter. That up converter runs into input 8 of the HDMI. The other day, I decided to move some of the statues that I have around. And in doing so, I moved the bookshelf. And in moving the bookshelf, having forgotten that I adhered my switches to the shelf, and that they wouldn't move freely, I unplugged every single bleeding one of those switches. And so I hooked them all back up. I think they're in reverse order now. So my objective was to just test 9 consoles, the 9 consoles that were hooked into them, and see if I can make them work and make sure that they are going to show. Now, they're going to be SD, bearing in mind, please don't come after me for that. They're not perfectly 1080p HD. As a matter of fact, I'm going to display them in a 4:3 aspect ratio because that's what they're broadcasting. And this is all being played. I'm going to give you this disclaimer. All of what I'm going to do is on the native console. There are 9 consoles total, one of which has 2 functions, so 10 total tests. And I thought, you know what, why not make a stream of it and play some maybe esoteric games or maybe play a fan favorite game. I got a third-party AV cable for my GameCube, been playing it. Very nice. GameCube is such an underrated system. I got into the collecting for the GameCube a couple years ago. I say a couple years, it's now been, a decade ago. But anyway, the prices started going up like crazy on those games, and I don't care about buying and reselling. I'm not talking about flipping and making a profit, but I want to be able to play a lot of those games, and my goodness, some of them just became ridiculously unaffordable. Oh no, Jojo. Yeah, it was a mess. The GameCube. I started buying back when they were not as expensive. I started trying to find deals. I started buying Fire Emblem and Bait and Kaitos. That was before they did the Switch stuff. And of course, I'm still happy to have them on GameCube. I bought Cubivore, which is really big. What is it? Go Hyper Grind or whatever the heck. All of those are now like $300-$400 games. Several of them are $200, $300, $400 games. I bought them back then for, thankfully, like $10 for some, $20 for another. I think Cubivore is the one I paid the most for. I paid almost $100 for it. But now everything's so expensive, and I'm like, my gosh. So I'm glad to get to keep them, library them, chronicle them, keep them in, and let people share them with people and show people. So that's my hope. That was my big hope, at least. So that's what I'm looking to do today. Test a couple of games on each of the consoles to make sure that they work and that they have throughput and that I can see everything and that you guys can see everything. And so I'm going to start out with the Super Nintendo, and I will go ahead and put it out there. No kidding, RE2, RE3 high, and want to complete on GameCube and PS1, PS2 game. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's ridiculous. You're speaking of Resident Evil. So the Resident Evil game that a lot of people are not that aware of, and it wasn't a good game at all. Matter of fact, it's probably one of the worst games I've ever played, not just Resident Evil, but of any kind. Is a game for the PlayStation 1 called Resident Evil Survivor. I don't own this game anymore, but I was going to buy it again from a group of my great friends. I don't want to give too much, but shout out to Ralph's, some of my best friends and some of the coolest guys coolest, most knowledgeable guys ever. I was going to go buy from them, and they always have the best deals. You've played it, yeah. It's you know what I mean. You might like it, but I personally did not care for it. I was going to go buy it from Ralph's, and Ralph's usually has the best deals. I mean, they've got great deals marked on the prices and everything. They're going according to the market. They go according to price charting plus demand. It was $70 for this game. And so I said, no, I can't do it. I mean, I would love to give the money to them and support them, and I probably will. I just can't pay $70 for a game that is absolutely rubbish. And I don't blame Ralph's for it at all. They're great. Again, they're fantastic. They were fairly priced. I just couldn't justify it. But it's one of those things, So, any which way, I am going to start off with the SNES Super Nintendo. I am curious, before I get started, is there a game that someone might like to see tested on it? Now, it doesn't matter whether I've really played it in depth or not. Odds are that I am going to have a copy of it for the Super Nintendo, which is one of my absolute favorite systems to collect for. So please let me know before I get started if you have a game that you'd like me to go ahead and pop in. RE Outbreak 1 and 2 are the worst for me, and the game mechanics, yeah, and no doubt, I don't know, something about Survivor I just did not enjoy. Of course I've got TMNT in time. Sure, okay, sure. I'm not going to guarantee I'm any good at it. I haven't played it in forever, but I will. Let me pop that in real quick. And the phone vibrated because I got an email. Okay, we'll see if it... Oh, shoot. Son of a gun, look at that. You guys probably heard that through the microphone, so I'm going to turn it down so you don't hear it through the microphone. There we go. Oh goodness, it's still loud. So you may also know that I actually have this on two television monitors at the same time. I have an SD monitor and an HD monitor. And that's just for my own personal preference. The SD monitor is an old tube style. And it's so that I can kind of get the more true experience and such. And then the other one's obviously an HD just because that's what's there. Let's get rid of that music. Let's turn it over. Sorry for accidentally blasting somebody's ears there for a second. I always push the wrong button. It's the top button, not the middle. RE Outbreak with health in danger. You're crawling the ground. How they suspect me to do things. That's true. That is very true. I can agree with that. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to pop this out real quick. And I'm going to blow it up to 150% so that I can read that. And then I'm going to set back just a bit. And we're going to see if you guys can hear it, if it's nice and balanced. Seems like it gets a little bit quiet, so I'm going to go ahead and change the ducking a little bit so it's not all gone when I talk. Let's try 6 decibels, see how that sounds. That's not too bad. Doesn't seem to be too bad. We'll sit there maybe 3.4 decibels or something like that. Just making just some adjustments real quick. There we go. I think if we do it like that, that'll probably be just fine. Oh, and I did it at the worst. I started talking about it at the worst possible time. There we go. Now you can actually hear how much it mutes when I start talking. There we go. Sounds good on your end? Good, good. Okay, that's what matters. I use sidechain to try and make it so when I start talking, the game music will automatically go quieter. That way I don't automatically have to mute it every time. Okay, so let's see. I'm just going to play a little bit, either until I make sure everything's working. Levels normal. Easy, continue 3. Hard, continue 5. That's pretty cool. Okay, yes. Hi, others in chat. Very nice. If there are others in chat, I'd like to say hi as well. Let's go ahead and jump in. So my favorite turtle has always been... I think anybody who knows can guess. Who knows me can guess. I love that he has to flex before he takes it. I also always love the pose. You notice it's kind of a theme. You see how Shredder's kind of not... He's looking off to the side.
Big Apple, 3 a.m.
Hey, Brittany, how you doing? I'm doing a test stream of some retro stuff. That's why it's called I Goofed Up. I'm actually testing my system. Or systems, rather. So, this is going to be a nerd stream, but hey, why not? Hope you're doing alright. I mean, it is a weekend, and that's usually nice. Good rest time and spending time with the family. But... And then I don't know if you were already or have already, but Anna is on... Or she, unless she's not anymore, she was on Twitch playing some games as well. I don't know. She was going to play Cyberpunk, and we tried, and hers wouldn't work. I did test it right after, and mine worked brilliantly. So I have no idea what the problem is. I'll have to look into it for her. It may have been an issue with the streaming. But she's, I think, playing something over on Twitch, on her Twitch. So that as well. Pizza time. This was such... The thing I love about... This is what I wish... Let's just pause real quick. I want to make sure I can... I'm good. I had 2 bossy 8-year-old girls overnight. I thought she was streaming with you, so I dropped it. Oh, that's okay. I figured that was the case. No, she said... she said she had the urge to stream today. Something about... with her makeup and the like. And so I don't have a camera on mine, and I can't show off how beautiful she is. Although I'm pretty sure even just through audio that radiates enough for you guys to understand. But she is, if she should, I think she's on her channel right now. So if you need a quick link, obviously I know you know where it is, but there is a quick link in my description too that'll take you right over to hers. So... Will Anna be posting her Twitch stream on her YouTube channel? I don't know. That's a good question. I can ask her if she does that. She hasn't been doing that, I don't think, in the past. But I could ask her if that's something that you are interested in. And if she's interested in doing it, I can certainly ask. I forgot the pauses select on this. She is the mostest beautiful. I'll hop over and give her some love. Take it easy. Yeah, you do the same. And I completely agree with you. She is the mostest beautiful. She deserves all the loves. I'm a lucky man, and I don't think there's ever a point where I've gone on record saying anything but. So. Shoot. What I don't understand, this is one of the big things that I don't understand, and I'm really upset with. Get away, Krang. She said fight, but I was just trying to... Dang it. Oh. No. Better get off. What I never understood, and what I wish they would have done, is release the... So, I liked this... I like Turtles in Time a lot, but what I really wished I would have seen was The Simpsons, which was one of my absolute favorite arcade games. They did release it for a short time on, like, the Play stores for PlayStation, and then they've taken it off. Now the only way, as far as I know, that you can get it is... through the 1-Up arcade machine, the Simpsons one. Not bad, but what if I want to share that experience? Let me... Oh, dang it. I was going to try and get the pizza before they did that. Dang it. There, that's fine. This is super difficult. I enjoyed her stream when she was on, but I respect her choice. Yeah, I think she's just more familiar with the Twitch piece. As far as streaming, we have to find something that she's going to be interested in. Her and I are going to be interested in. She is a little bit more selective about her retro games, I think. But Miss Anna. She's a little bit more selective about her retro games, and so I don't want her to ever get bored. Ah, shoot.
Big Apple, 3 a.m.
So I think I need to work on this controller. It does seem a little mushy on the buttons, but honestly, it seems to be working okay. The big thing was the video signal. I think she just... I don't know why she prefers Twitch exactly, but I just know I think it's a little bit more user-friendly for what she likes to do. So, I mean, it could be that. It could also be that she's got subscribers already set up on Twitch before YouTube. And that she wants to make sure she's there with them because they don't do the Twitch thing, or they don't do the YouTube thing, rather. The same as some of us don't do the Twitch thing. Save for her, I don't really do Twitch. Save for her and maybe Pro Jared. I used to like to watch Pro Jared stuff when he was doing the D&D Simber stuff. But he hasn't done that in a while, so I haven't really seen him. I haven't really seen his Twitch in a while. YouTube, though, I see. He does a lot of retro games, and I really love it. He's doing, I think, Masters of Orion or something right now, which is pretty cool. I want to do that eventually. I want to do, because I also have a big love of come on, get out of the way. I also have a big love of the old school PC games. We've done one on this channel, if you can believe it. It was Space Quest 3, I think? And it went really well. We got decently far in it. I'd love to do more of that. It just didn't have... We were having trouble with the sound or whatever. I think now we understand the system a lot better than we did before. The OBS system. At that time, I think we were using Streamlabs. I don't use Streamlabs, though. I use OBS now. And I get everything on OBS for free, whereas on Streamlabs, I was paying like $20 a month or something like that. I'm gonna go and grab it. And so, OBS was a part of my desire to move everything to free. And I did it. Ah, son of a gun. Guys with the nunchucks are my absolute least favorite. Well, actually, there's a fire thing, I think, later on. Ah, you son of a gun. Alright, Baxter, come on. You can catch him, and you can stun him in these little loops, if I'm not mistaken. And take a whole bar from him. They're pretty close. There we go. Dang it. am lucky I did not get hit there. So again, this is being played on original hardware. You might actually see some screen stutter because of it. I'm not sure. Let me get out of the way. I got him. I just... Okay. Not bad. Not bad at all.
How is that blue?
I'm going to take a look really quickly. I want to see what this looks like. I'm going to do it without turning the sound on so I don't blow everything up. So it looks like it's a little... I don't understand why. It looks like it's a little stretched. So let me do a thing real quick while you guys are here. I'm going to make an adjustment because it does seem like it's in the 16:9 aspect ratio. So let's do... can I duplicate this and call it 4:3 retro? And then I'm gonna... Oh, shoot. Move it there, like that. And then what I think I'm going to do, if I change it to 4:3 retro, is I'm going to... And this is part of the stream. Part of the stream is just me working on this, trying to get everything working out. Go here, and then I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to unlock this guy. And I'm going to go to transform. Edit transform, and I'm going to... I think I'm going to take the crop off. Like that. Oops, shoot. And I think I'm just going to manually resize it as best as I possibly can. So do that. And no, it's gonna stay in 16:9 aspect ratio. I don't understand why. Oh well, I'll work on that later, I guess. But I've noticed a flaw. That's what this is for. So it does seem to be working though, which is really good. So let me just make one more thing, positive of one more thing. Oh shoot, wrong controller. I have two SNES controllers here. It doesn't look too bad, but it's definitely cropped, which I'm a little bit more than a little disappointed in that it's coming out at the 16:9 aspect ratio. But I should be able to resize it, I think. Hey Ash, how are you doing? You get lost. There you go. Yeah, there you go. How have you been? I am testing out my retro systems because I goofed up and made it so that I, oh, well, there's the manhole cover to the face. And accidentally unplugged all of them. Can't say this cave is creepy, we live in those. Just sub your new channel. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. I'm excited to get more content out on this stuff. It's just been very, very busy recently. I'm alright, how are you? Doing well. Doing very well. I just, I had a problem where I, oh shoot. Accidentally unplugged all of my consoles and trying to move a bookshelf. And, so I had to kind of try to work the pathing, and that's been tricky. So yeah, I've been working on editing things. It's been super busy though because I normally cover a pretty decent territory, so I actually have to travel for my job quite a bit. And I stay in hotels. As a matter of fact, next week I'll be in a hotel room for the week, and so usually what I try to do is when I'm away, I try to take a laptop with me and edit and do whatever I can do. But my territory is actually even larger, twice as large as it was before. And so it's been a little bit tricky to make all of the stuff that I want to make, but I'll pick Raphael for just now.
Alley Cat Blues.
But that's kind of been the tricky piece. So it's definitely. Side note on this, I apologize. It is cropped. I am going to go ahead. I'll turn it over here. Let me turn it over to. So at least you can see what I'm seeing, all of it, and then I'll work on getting this. I don't know why it's not in a 4:3 aspect ratio, but I will work on getting it back into a 4:3 aspect ratio. But for now, it's best that you can at least see what I'm doing. And as I said, this is being played on the original hardware. The reason it's in 16:9 is because I have it in order to stream it, I have to put it into an HD upscaler. And so that's what I have it into an SD to HDMI upscaler. So. Ah, dang it. It's been good stuff. Also, speaking of good stuff, if I'm not mistaken, Ash's new channel is he's starting to come into a full swing. Shoot. If I'm not correct about that, please correct me. But I'm excited to see what all we end up seeing come from it. I know I've talked to you kind of offline about some stuff. I'm not going to talk about that here. Obviously, it's not my place to say anything, but I'm excited. Hopefully this week coming. Very, very cool. I knew you had said some stuff, and I don't want to spoil anything. It's not my information to give. I just wanted to promote. I'm excited about what we've talked about, and so thank you, man. Much appreciated. Oh no worries. It's all good stuff. You can have the bomb pizza. There we go. I'm gonna take the real pizza. Aha! If I stand on that, you can't hit me. And also, they can't throw the manhole cover at me. Dang it. Didn't quite mean for it to happen that time. Alright, nice. I'm currently doing, speaking of boss fights, I guess, I am currently fighting, shoot. I believe it's the final boss on Jedi Survivor. Again, no spoilers. And I've got to say, I'm fighting it on Jedi Master difficulty because I didn't want to do it on easy. That is probably one of the most difficult fights that I have ever done. And I'm not saying it's the most difficult fight ever objectively in a game. Absolutely not. But I will say it is super, super difficult. constantly running into health issues, and over the last year I've just had new problems rise, so it's caused a lot of stopping and starting things I want to do. But yeah, next week. No worries. I mean, things happen. The thing about it is we're going to be here whenever you're ready to get going, man. So it's no worries. No worries at all. I'd rather, me personally, I'd rather you do it because you enjoy it and be in the good health to appreciate it and to enjoy it. So if that means I have to wait a little longer, that's not really that big of a deal. I mean, personally, if I have to wait, another couple of months or another year so that you can make sure that I can make sure you're okay and healthy and getting to enjoy what you're doing, then I wait another year. That's just how that goes. So it's no worries. I really do appreciate the shout out though, man, and the continued support. It doesn't go unnoticed. I mean, it's not about. I appreciate that. I certainly do, but it's just about. I mean, we've talked about. I don't think you would mind me saying this. It's just me sharing my opinion. I won't share anyone else's. But like the whole thing, gaming for me. Like I remember. I'm gonna wax a little nostalgic here. I remember when gaming was, I mean, yeah, you always had the magazines. I'll remember you when I'm a millionaire. Don't worry. Oh man, just don't remember me when you aren't a millionaire. I mean, I don't have a doubt you'll make your first million, but don't remember me because of a million. Just remember that. I mean, you'll still have a friend. I'll still be there. You don't have to remember me. I'll still be there. It doesn't matter whether you got money or you don't. That's not really. That's. I get it was a joke, but I'm just like, man, so many people. Okay, I got to say this. I remember when gaming was about getting together with some friends and jamming out. Maybe you had pizza, maybe you got some sodas, maybe you got some whatever, and you guys just sat down and you gamed out. I remember playing the old school like NFL football league games for. Speaking of football league, America's getting Lionel Messi. Any which way. I was going to offer Retro $2 million, but never mind, I guess. Hey, I'm not in it for the money, man, but I appreciate it. That's the thing. I remember renting all these games for the Super Nintendo, and I remember playing them with friends. I remember Nintendo 64, PlayStation. The golden years, the years that I really remember gaming just kind of being gaming, in my opinion, was Xbox. I think gaming was gaming, but I think you always kind of had, there was kind of a difficulty when it came to the 1, the 2, the 4-player games. When Xbox came out, you had these 4-player games, and it came out with Halo, and you've got all this other stuff. It's just insane. And you could, if your buddy had one, he could LAN party up, and you guys could literally play like 8-player Halo. Or you could play him in one room, you in another room, and jam out on split screen 2 and 2, 2v2. And it wasn't about whether the game was the best game ever or the worst game ever. You weren't worried about your online presence. You were hooked up to each other's cable, technically online, but you were more worried about just playing games with your friends. Like, that's what you did. That's what gaming was there for. And I don't know. To me, it's just a real shame that doesn't seem to be what gaming is anymore. It's just this incredibly pretentious art that it's kind of like when you go to a museum and you have that one person that you look at a painting and it's like the galaxy and you're like, oh my gosh, that's beautiful. And they're like, you get the posh person, oh, it's rubbish, and then they point you to a Jackson Pollock where it just looks like he threw paint on the canvas. They're like, this is true art. He bore his soul. And you're like, no, he didn't. He threw paint on a canvas willy-nilly. And he liked the color combinations. Like, the man wasn't a genius. He was angry, and this is his outlet. And that's kind of how I feel gaming is now, too. It's like, oh, it's not, oh, let's, this is great. This is a time I'm getting to spend with my friends. It's, oh, don't you know, if you like that game, you're honestly trash. You're utter garbage. You can't like Cyberpunk 2077. It was an absolute disaster when it launched. And if you like it now that it's been patched, well, it's too late. I'll never give it my money. And I'm sitting there like, okay, that's fine. I don't mind that opinion. It's just not mine. Anyway, I'm on a fixed income. I make budget another reason I can't get stuff I really want because other stuff comes first. And that happens. I mean, we're definitely all feeling inflationary pressure. I don't know exactly how bad it is worldwide. I know in America it's specifically pretty bad. So we're all definitely feeling inflationary pressure, but that's, again, it's one of those things where we're just trying to make the best of a rough situation. But I do hope you're able to get the stuff you want as quickly as possible. I understand that. People nowadays seem to just care about what the cool reward at the end is at the end of their match, rather than playing the game and enjoy. Exactly. Like, I liked the idea of unlock, even with Halo 3. I remember I bought Halo 3. We got it the day it came out with the helmet, the Spartan edition with the helmet and everything. I'm looking at the helmet right now. It's sitting on top of my CRT, and I really love it. But I was excited to unlock the Hayabusa armor or whatever, and you have to do a lot to unlock the Hayabusa armor. It's not just even a match thing. You got to do stuff outside of it. But it's like, that's cool, but like, the process of working that up. Battlefront 2, another good example of that, original Xbox. You get a military rank. My brother and I played that religiously. Like, I'd get out of work and he'd be done with his thing, and we'd meet up and play Battlefront 2 split screen, and you got different ranks, like you private, sergeant, general, and it was cool. It was cool to see the progress. So I'm throwing at the I don't like Jackson Pollock. I personally don't. Why is Retro trying to imitate my real voice? I'm not. I was trying to be the uber stereotypical pretentious posh. Unlocking characters in fighting games was my favorite thing back in the day. I thought it was cool, but it was also one of the things where it was like, I didn't hate playing as the character that I was, and wasn't just it wasn't a slog that I was just trying to get to that new character. It was the reward. A good example of this for me would be on the Game Boy Color, there was an X-Men Mutant Apocalypse game, and you got to play as Apocalypse at the end. That was a cool bonus. Like DBZ games, yeah. Yeah, that's true too. The booty kais. I am going to go ahead and switch. I'm thoroughly and adequately convinced that this is working the way it should. I am curious as to. I'm going to try to switch over to the NES. So I would like to see if anyone has a suggestion for a NES game. Now, my NES collection is not quite as expansive as my SNES collection, although it is a few hundred games. Please let me know if you have a game that you might like to see tested, ideally, so it'd be fun for you. Oh, man. I'm super, just recently, it's a big hobby of mine. I like watches. I like wristwatches, timepieces. And I have been watching these, I've been keeping my eye on these auctions that have been going on. And I keep getting these notifications, and I'm like, ooh, glad I didn't bid on that. The prices are going to be crazy. But anyway, I do like, I like watches, so I'm getting a lot of those. If you're hearing the vibrations, it's a lot of timepieces. Console, yes, NES. So this was the SNES. This was the SNES that we just tested. This is Turtles in Time. So NES is the next console I'd like to test, if possible. If not, I'll go. So I actually have it's a cube style shelf. So there's three consoles, 3 rows of 3 consoles. So if I move over to the right, it's the NES, and if I move down, it's the Sega Saturn. RE games also, but hard. Like right now, I'm trying to get a time limit. Trying to get time limit for the curtain weapons with unlimited ammo. Yeah, but that's the thing too, though. The reward systems back then had you playing because you wanted the thing, but you weren't slogging through the game to get to the thing you wanted. You were enjoying it as a game, and then your reward was kind of the pat on the back after you've done it, I thought. So, yeah, but yeah, Ash, is there a specific game you might like me to try and test? If I've got it, I will pop it in. If I don't have it, I'll just tell you I don't have it, and we'll try another one. But yeah, timepieces. I might make a video on my timepiece collection. I really like watches. Anything Castlevania? Yeah, of course I've got Castlevania. I've got all the Castlevania games. So, as a matter of fact, I'm going to see. Hold on, let me count this. So SNES, yes. NES, yes. I was trying to see what games I don't have Castlevania on. So I have Castlevania games on the Super Nintendo. I have Dracula X and 4. The NES I have 1, 2, and 3. The Sega CD-X I have Bloodlines, but they didn't come out with the CD version, so I can't do that. Sega Saturn I have Symphony of the Night. GameCube did not come out with a Castlevania game. 64, I have Castlevania 64, but I do want to test a specific game on the 64, so when we get to it, I'll say that. PS1, I have Castlevania Chronicles. Dreamcast did not have a Castlevania game come out. It got canceled. It was called Resurrection. And PS2, I have two Castlevania... No, I have one Castlevania game. I have the other one on the Xbox. I like the Castlevania game on Mega Drive. Yeah, that's Bloodlines. It's good. It's super fun. There's no denying some games are fantastic nowadays, and things devs can achieve are insane, but it's just not the same as back in the day. No, I completely agree with you. I completely agree. I mean, games are still fun. It's just people have become less fun in playing games, I think. And developers by that extension, too. That is not true. If I guarantee you, GameCube would have been the first one. The Legend of Belmont's Breath. I actually have a friend who named their child Alucard. And they were like, "Oh, it's Dracula backwards." And I was like, "You do know Alucard's name isn't even Alucard. It's just a nickname for him. His name is actually Adrian. Adrian Fahrenheit Sepesh." All right, let me move you over to us. Let me see if this is the BRB screen. Well, son of a gun, it isn't. I can never remember where my screens are, so there it is. Okay. There's my BRB screen. So I'm going to do the BRB for just a second. Give you some music. I'm going to switch it over. I'm going to leave my microphone on, so you're going to hear me probably blowing on the cartridge and everything, but yeah. Alucard is Willie Everard. It's not. It's Adrian Fahrenheit Sepesh. And Sepesh, by the way, I like the sound of it, but you hear in the Castlevania series, Netflix, he calls it Tepes. It's I am Vlad Dracula Tepes. It's not Tepes. He's the real person that Dracula's inspired. His name was Vladislav, not Vladimir. Vladislav Tsepesh. It has that extra sound at the very beginning because of the dialect. So Tsepesh. But any which way. I will be right back. I'm going to put Castlevania game in the nest then. Okay. Goodness. Sorry about that. Oh, shoot. We're going to do that one. Let's see. Dracula was actually inspired by the legendary butcher Big John Two Chins from Manchester. Not a people know that. This song is cool. Podcast intro song if we ever end up doing it. Will you do me a favor? And, well, shoot. It should give me a timestamp of when you said that, so I will. I'll double check. I'll find it, and we can absolutely use that. Yes. I've only played 1 and 2 on NES and SNES, sadly. Okay, all right, fair enough. There are tons. I was going to try and play, so I had to switch out the NES. I had the wrong one plugged in. I have 2 NESs. I have the one that I acquired fairly recently, and then one that I got in '85. I need to get a top loader. I really just need to knuckle down and get a top loader really badly. I have 2 toasters, though. I can hear Retro organizing a satanic ritual in the background. Jeez, he got creative when playing Castlevania. Really likes to set the tone. Yeah, just me. Just a very method. I was going to play 3. I actually have 3 complete in box, but sadly I couldn't get it to run on it because I guess I had a new pin set put in this toaster. So I think the pins are a smidge tight for it, and I don't want to ruin it. So I just was like, I'm not going to push luck. This is not me playing, by the way. This is the eye catch. I've never completed a Castlevania, but I think I would love the franchise. If I really dove into it. I've enjoyed what I've played. I'll play them all later on in the year. Heck yeah. I really, really love Castlevania for a number of reasons. So, and the lore is really good to it as well. So it's just whatever you like to do. I'm going to try and play this. I'm actually going to test 2 in 1. So this is not only me testing the console. This is also me testing, I'm playing with the NES Advantage, which is a gigantic arcade-style controller. So switch that to player 1, I think, and then I should be able to hit start. We'll see if it works. Okay. Good Lord. Okay, so the NES Advantage. Hey, that's cheating. I'm not going to use the slow-mo. That was what was actually just playing right there. Sorry about that. If you actually see, I can turn. Let me see. I want to try this. So how turbo does the turbo get? I mean, that's fast. That's pretty darn fast. And the jump? Jump's about the same. Can't go much faster than that. The whip speed is super fast, though. That's pretty sweet. I'll turn the turbo. I'll turn it off. I have an idea for a game inspired by Castlevania, but I'm just the creative guy. I actually need talented people to create it for me. Honestly, I've debated getting a... So I don't know if you are familiar with Humble Bundle. But Humble Bundle is a website that actually gives a bunch of software, books, games, etc. to people, and they donate to charities as well. And you hear this big thing clunking around. I want you to hear. Listen to when I push a jump, or hold on. Let me get in a place where I'm not going to just immediately kill Simon. Ah, son of a gun. Let me get this. I'll let him jump off over me. And they actually give... this game's graphics sucks. Last of Us 2 is way better. Hope it's not above 10 pounds. Should be on Game Pass. Yeah. I'm joking. I love NES visuals and art style. Me too. I'm gonna let this... yeah, okay. I want you to listen to when I push. This is the NES Advantage. Listen to these button presses. Okay, let me actually push it so I whip. I mean, that's the sound of this. This thing is a beast. I actually really love the fact that I have one of these. But, like, listen, this is me jumping. I mean, listen to that. Listen to that. That's me whipping now. But listen to that. The button is the size of your entire thumbprint plus a little. I mean, look at that. Listen to that. I freaking love that I have this. And then if you're not familiar with the NES Advantage, it's actually an arcade console style stick. You actually have like an actual arcade stick that's poking out, which is really, really cool. This thing is cool. I'm not going to play very well. I've never played on one of these, Castlevania on one of these. What have I played on this? Maybe Felix? I think I've played Felix the Cat on one of these. I mean, just listen to those clicks. It's really satisfying to push. Oh, shoot. It is definitely way more difficult than the actual piece. If you were an arcade god, then this is probably right up your alley. But as I am not an arcade god, not for Castlevania at least. There are a couple of arcade games I'm like, I can play that okay, but like, this isn't one of them. The Simpsons was one of them. Oh, and an Excite Bike arcade machine. It's alright. I had an Excite Bike arcade machine I played the heck out of. That was super fun too. Let me push it so I whip. So like that's not what I'm doing. You know what I meant. Yeah, you can do but yeah, you can do a 14-hit corner combo with Ken and SF6 on NES. Yeah, I didn't think. No, I can't. It's definitely not that good, but it is cool. I mean, it was so the thing came out in what 1987, I think. It was really cool because it was like everybody wanted to bring an arcade cabinet home with them, and they were way more expensive than they are. And now we can actually make them. Like, you can buy an arcade cabinet from the 1UP guys for like $300, $400 maybe. If it's the X-Men cabinet, I think is $400 or $500 because it's a 6-player cabinet. But like, that's really, I hit the mic shot guard with my wedding ring. You said you plan on getting The Last of Us 2. Here's my recommendation, and you may not want to do it, it's okay, but I got my copy of The Last of Us 2 from a pawn shop. I buy a lot of stuff at pawn shops. Games. Again, I told you I'm into watches. I just bought, to give you an example of this, I buy a ton of stuff. I bought a Momo, I don't know how many people are into watches, so please bear with me if you aren't at all. No, I hit it with my wedding ring. I hit the guard with my wedding ring. I apologize. I got a Momo Designs Composito design watch. It's an Italian design watch. It is an automatic, which means that when you move, it winds the watch. It's also manual wound. It supports hacking and hand winding, which just means I can wind the crown and wind it up, and if I pull it all the way out, the second hand stops. It has a chronograph complication. All of that it's an automatic, no battery required, right? And this is normally, I think it was a $5,000 watch or $6,000 watch when it came out. It now resells used for like $1,200 to $1,500. I got this for trading in 4 of my old, very inexpensive watches at a pawn shop. Like very old watches that wouldn't have sold for probably more than $20 a piece. My point is, if you go pawn shopping, they will make you deals. I bought Last of Us 2 from a pawn shop shortly after it came out for $8. No, I got it for $5 because I bought 2. It was $8 by itself, but I bought 2 games. I bought it and Watch Dogs Legion, and it cost me $5 per game, $10 total. So check your pawn shops, man. They will have these games, and you will pay much less if there are pawn shops near you. I won't need internet for playing physical copies of the game on PS4 since I'm not fooling with DLC or patches or online. Fantastic. That's awesome. Like I said, check your pawn shops, man. I guarantee you're going to find something cool. I'm almost positive. A watch man doesn't... man, look at dinosaurs in the stream. What's next? Reading from an actual book? I do. I like actual books. I collect books, too. I actually just got a copy of Good Omens by Neil Gaiman and Terry Pratchard. Pratchard? How do you say the name? But anyway... yeah, that I'm reading. So, I'm old fashioned, man. I like watches. I like books. I like old video games. I like new video games too, but I do. I actually am looking. So I'm dead serious. I'm looking at I have strategy guides stacked up. I collect strategy guides, man. I'm gonna have to show you this at some point. I'm gonna send you pictures at very least. I'm looking at the strat guides for KOTOR 1 and 2 and DKC 2 and DKC 3. As well as the manual for X-Men Mutant Apocalypse for Super Nintendo. Like, those are acquisitions to me and it's not about making money, it's not about flipping it, it's just about having memories like that. I remember when that was the new thing, and you always wanted to see the strat guides, not because you were reading it, but because you wanted to see the high fidelity renders of the characters. I'm genuinely sad a lot of the stuff is slowly dying off. I know books aren't, but books are gone. I mean, over here at least, books are dead. People don't read at all. I am very fortunate that I can get most of my books for literally 25 to 50 cents because people do not read over here. They're too interested in TikTok. I bought the entire... I was a huge fan when the Splinter Cell books came out. I started reading them, which was like 2000 and... Oh, shoot. When did they start coming out? Maybe 2004-ish? And I'd played the game for a while. I was a huge fan of the books. Picked up the book, was reading it. One of my buddies creased it to a page that sex stuff happens on because that was the only part of the book that he was interested in. I gave him that copy and I bought another one. But I bought the entire series, which I think is 6 books, and I think I spent $2.50. I think I paid 25 cents a book because nobody reads over here. I have an Abbott and Costello baseball watch, which still sealed up. Wind up watch may or may not be worth it. Oh, I'd love to see a picture of that. If you're not, I mean, I'd love to see a picture of that. That's super, super cool. Retro always sends me pictures of things he finds in porn shops. No, I don't. I don't go to porn shops. Doofus. Retro and porn go hand in hand. He's always saying that's not true. You're gonna hurt my well, I don't really have a reputation, but you know what I mean. Books here, half price store. Yeah, people just don't read like they used to. I love to read. I still love books. I finished, like, so far, what are we in? June, and I finished, I think, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 Star Wars books. Some that I was behind on, and then some new ones that have come out as well. I made a TikTok account sometime last year and got rid of it within 2 days. I have a TikTok that I post on, but I don't watch videos on it. I just post my card stuff on it. Because I think a card cheat demonstration takes a minute and it gets the point across. And I try to do it in an eloquent way, but sex stuff. What book? So I can find the nasty stuff. I'll tell you exactly. Welcome in, by the way, Heavy Waves. It's been a long time since we've gotten to talk, and so I'm so happy that you got to stop by and say hi. The book was Splinter. It's the first Splinter Cell the first Splinter Cell book, and I believe the page was 110. Because my buddy he wanted to show me how disinterested he was in reading books. And so he opened to a random page and kind of started reading, and it was dirty stuff. And he was like, okay, well, I'll actually read this. And he read it for like 3 pages. And then he tossed it. He read it so hard, he creased the pages. So I gave him the book and bought another one. Nothing wrong with porn IMO. It's a personal thing. I'm just personally not a big purveyor myself. But, I mean, do you. Have fun. JK. No, it's all good. Retro's last DM to me, hey big dog, here's a picture of my Castlevania cosplay. Wait, did you see where I put the whip? No, that's not true. So busy taking care of mom to read. I'm sorry, I know, I get it. Splinter Cell porn, the book. It's the stealth action series that it's not the one that we needed, but it's the one we deserved or something like that. There's porn. It's not porn in a Splinter Cell book. I think, if I remember the context of the book, I think it's just that Sam's daughter, Sarah, is involved with a guy that turns out to be a part of the terrorist unit that Sam is going after. And she's kind of rebellious against Sam at that time because he's always gone on missions and such. So, I've been reading Song of Ice and Fire, close to finishing book 2. That's fantastic. They're absolutely... I have those books. It's been a while. I remember enjoying what I had read of them, but I don't remember how much of them I had read. It was a long, long time ago, honestly, to be fair. Same thing with Lord of the Rings. I've never seen the movies. I read the books. I don't remember a ton about the books, but I remember that I enjoyed them. So I need to go back and read through those. I have the first, I think, 5 books of Song of Ice and Fire, and then, of course, I have all of the books from the Lord of the Rings series. If I get it, it's for the story and art. Nothing wrong with that. No, of course not. And like I said, same situation. Like, I'm not judging. You do you. Whatever works for you. Whatever, whatever gets you. Whatever offers you the catharsis and the break away from real life and the tough parts of real life, more specifically. Like, do you. whether or not I am sharing in those same interests or not sharing, that doesn't make a difference. Do what is your catharsis, man. Live you have to live your life. Live it in the way that's best for you and your family. Don't worry about other people. I'm from Texas. I can tell you one thing that happens down here is we're not going to let anything stop us just because somebody has a negative opinion. If somebody doesn't like a video game I'm playing, then if somebody doesn't like a video game I'm playing or they have a difference of opinion, that's cool. I respect it, but it's not going to stop me from enjoying mine. What is that noise? Loving the water drinking sound effects. I'm sorry, I was so thirsty. I have a gigantic, what is this? Maybe half-gallon something water. And I'm going through... We go through water like crazy. We go through probably a gallon, 2 gallon, maybe a gallon or two a day. Anna and I both. So, chug-a-lug. That's what it was, yeah. Sorry about that, though. I didn't mean to. No, I did not. No, that was me drinking. I'm so sorry. This microphone, I switched over my microphones to this one because it picks me up so much better from longer away, and it's so much. I forget it's so much more articulate with the sound that I can't do like I could with the old one where I just turned my head. I'm using a Neumann TLM 103 for anybody who is even remotely interested in microphones. How's the little doggy doing? Which one? We've got 5. They all seem to be doing well, but Fiona who's the most babyish one. She's the biggest one, but she's also the youngest. She's having some bladder issues, but she's a baby, so we still think she's just having her. She's still learning, I guess. I can't breathe. That really made me laugh. I'm sorry. I mean, I'm glad to have made you laugh, but I'm sorry that took you off guard there. That wasn't my intention. But puppies are doing good. We actually have a baby kitty cat now. Not as if we didn't have enough cats already, but we love them. We have 4 kitty cats if we include that one. But we've been having uncharacteristic precipitation. We don't usually get a lot of rain, and we found I didn't find it. Anna found a teeny tiny little kitty cat, and I mean baby kitty cat. All right, come on, Bat Company. And oh, so much harder to throw axes. Ah, shoot. Because your sub weapon is still up and hit, and again, I'm using the NES Advantage, so up and hit is much harder. We found a teeny tiny little kitty cat. I'm sorry, like not even 2-3 weeks old probably. Eyes had just barely opened. It would have drowned. Anna took it in. It's ours now. It's just ours now. That's what's going to happen, and that's okay with me. I love cats, so... Vlad is his name, after Vlad Dracula Tsepesh, actually. But that's true story, by the way. I'm not even teasing. How do you hit the buttons? Hold on. That's so much harder to do. Those buttons are so huge. One that's fragile. Dobby. Yeah, Dobby is doing super well. We had the plates removed from his leg so that he now has full mobility and is fully recovered, and he runs around like a doofus still, and I still give him the same voice because he's a doofus.
Dobby sounds a little bit like this. He's very silly, he's very fragile, because he is an Italian greyhound, but he does not speak Italian at all, no.
That's the voice that I give him. Anna likes it when I give our puppies voices, and she actually will talk to Dobby, and I'll have to look sometimes and be like, you realize that's just me. And she's like, yeah, but not really. It's okay. It's real sweet, I like it. It's been way too hot here. The fact that I'm a big hairy beast of a hunk doesn't help either. Can I ask a question? And don't. I was curious of this, right? Because you say you're a big hairy beast of a guy, and I say that I say much the same about myself. Do you mind my asking your height? I think I've asked this before, and I believe I know the answer. But I'm not going to out it. Your height. You're a very short... you're a little short on the short side. Oh my goodness sakes. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh. Does Retro know his animals aren't really Italian? Okay, I guess it's okay, just go with it. Mom's allergic to cat, never get to have it. I understand. And they're super sweet, but I get it, they do. It makes me happy. He's better. I was worried about him. I appreciate that. No, he's doing famously. 5'11". Okay, so that's about what I was thinking. I thought you said 5'11", 5'10". Leo says 5'5". Fair enough. Okay, I'm 5'9"-ish, maybe 5'10". I'm not super. I'm gonna say I'm 5'9". That's probably fair. That's what my license says. But Anna's sitting like Anna's. So believe it or not, Anna. I don't think she'd be upset at me saying Anna's like 5'11", almost 6 foot. She's very tall. And but you keep saying you're a big hairy behemoth of a man, and I'm also gigantic, but I'm not super tall. I'm just kind of big. And so I was just kind of curious. I'm like, all right, because eventually my hope is eventually we'll actually get to meet up and talk for real. I hope that would be the case. I mean, that may not, but I am planning, son of a gun. We are planning to go to Europe in the near future. So we'd hope to get to say hi if ever we had those plans and you said, hey, do you want to have coffee with us? Or I don't know. I mean, obviously, I think tea would probably be a more appropriate thing to ask, but we don't enjoy tea the same way. Let's see. Don't step on me in the retro room. Yeah, she's tall. Dude, she said that. So you're gonna like this. We did a thing where we went somewhere for I can't remember what the event was, but anyway, we went there and she cosplayed as Lady Dimitrescu and she was in heels. So she was standing probably somewhere around the 6'4", 6'5" maybe, and it was just perfect. And so somebody actually stopped her to say to tell her, can you give me a line or something? And she did. I mean, she looked and she just did the like pathetic man thing. It was beautiful. She's on her TikTok as Lady Dimitrescu. So if you get a chance to take a look at that, I'm not a TikTok advocate normally. Her stuff's really fun, but she did do one of her as Lady Dimitrescu, and it was super cool. I'm 5'11". I used to be much bigger in weight, but I've lost a lot of it over the years. I'm just quite broad. I am broad, but I'm also a little heavy. I'm about. I don't care about this. I know you maybe measure different. I'm probably. Well, shoot. What? Last time I checked, I was somewhere around. Maybe just shy of 18 stone. I don't know if that's... I don't know what your preferred measurement would be, but somewhere around that neighborhood. 300 last check. Fair enough. Yeah, there's nothing. I'm around 250 myself, so 15 stone. Fair enough. That's not bad at all. Yeah, I'm sitting somewhere probably just shy of 18. I'm a decently. I'm not saying that I don't have a bit of a belly on me, but I'm actually I'm a decently broad gentleman as well. Like my shoulders just kind of go straight across. Oh shoot. Okay, this is so much harder with the disadvantage. Ah ha ha. Yeah, that was. I just didn't think that was going to work whatsoever, but we're going to try it anyway. We'll try it. It's going to take 4. There, dang it! I was trying to get that beforehand. What are guys coming from? What are guys come from Samurai Jack talking about stones? I'm not sure I get the reference on that. I'm sorry. I opted to do it in stone. What happened there? Did gravity just decide it was really, really... It was out of work and just decided it needed to show up for once? Or what happened? Good lord. I didn't know what you'd prefer use, stone or kilo. That's why. That's why I opted to go and to use stone. Obviously, we're imperial, so we use pounds, mostly, but. Did not think that was going to go well. That should be a whip extension. Come on. Good son of a gun. Simon. Simon. Thank you. It's an episode on Samurai Jack where Scotsman asking how many stones he weighs. Oh, I remember the Scotsman, but I didn't remember that. That's cool. I think the Scotsman was like voiced by was he voiced by Steve Bloom by chance? My niece has started to call sweets candy because she watches so many American YouTube shows. We've disowned her. Filthy Scottish. Yeah, we did my genealogy and found out that I'm predominantly from the Angles, which are predominantly Britain. I do have some Scottish, though, 15% to be precise. So I sent you the test completely, Ash. I think I showed you full transparency on mine. I'm literally all the shades of Caucasian you can be. So nothing. I'm not particularly interesting, but I've got a lot of. I could see that though. You've got a fantastic beard, the eye coloration, the hair coloration. I think I could see that. I mean, that was the other part of me. If it wasn't English European kind of, it was Scandinavian. Let's see. Good lord. I'm very handsome and have incredible anger and rage inside my black soul. I believe. Soul pain. I only wish my lawn was as emo so it would cut itself. I'm just teasing. That's awful. Son of a gun. Alright, these are bone dragon. What are these called? Bone dragon pillars, I think, or bone pillars. Dragon pillars, bone pillars. Son of a gun. Okay, there we go. Let's see. There we go. Well, I just purchased the complete Samurai Jack and Venture Bros set being watching from last month. Nice. I did used to like Venture Brothers quite a lot. I watched it way back when. Retro wants me to cut myself. I don't want you to cut yourself. I said I wish my lawn was as emo so it would cut itself. The Samurai Jack game on PS4 looks cool. I don't know that I've ever seen the Samurai Jack on game on PS4. Should take a look for it though. And that barking in the background was Fiona. Because I don't know. She does that all the time. She doesn't know why she does it, and she scares herself doing it. So I don't understand why she does it, but she does it. I didn't need to jump for that one, but that's okay. Okay, it's Medusa. That's gonna kill me if I don't have... I need a sub-weapon, come on. Okay, well. Yeah, I haven't seen that. Go brush your teeth again. Say one more joke on my stream and you're banned. Say goodbye to your knee. That's not at all. I've never said anything like that to you. Nor would I. Ah, Medusa, you son of a gun. If you're curious as to the son of a gun thing, it's a southernism. Son of a gun was a naval term for something, I think, back then. I think it was the naval term for the child of a Navy dispatch, but... Okay, well, we now know that the NES works. We know my NES Advantage works. We also know that I don't play Castlevania near as good with an NES Advantage. I used to have PS2 Samurai. I wish I did. Cost too much. Oh, nice. I did know that there was one for the PS2. I didn't know there was one for the PS4. But I don't think I have either of those, honestly. I could be wrong. I may have the PS2 one, but I know I don't have the PS4 one. On to the Mega Drive. Actually, here's the spin on this. It is on to, you are correct, it is on to a Mega Drive, but I don't actually have a Mega Drive hooked up. I have a CDX hooked up. That is a Mega Drive with a Sega CD. So, would you like to suggest the games for both of those? Well, I don't know if I have a ton for the CD, honestly. I think I do. I might stick with a traditional for the CD part, but do you have a recommendation, I guess, then for the Mega Drive portion? We'll do it that way. Streets of Rage 2 or Mortal Kombat 2. Okay. I bet we could do that. Let's see. One more moment then. All right. Let's turn that down. Let's see. Streets of Rage 2 or Mortal Kombat 2. So I'm going to have to try and compromise just a bit. I'll do Mortal Kombat 2. Streets of Rage 2 is not in its box, so I'm going to try and play a Sega CD version of that. Let's see. I'm going to make sure this controller is going to work before I get way into it, which doesn't seem like it's a great choice. So let's see. Now he's whipping his own back in here. I'm not flaying myself. It's not in the box. Where is it? I don't know. I'm not going to say it. But I'm not going to say where it could be because I'm not positive if that's the right direction. So, 1 second. Here's a good one. Ooh. Let's see. Oof. Why? Let's see. Why would Anna throw it away? She would not. She would not at all. Why hasn't she streamed with me for a while? Does she hate us? No, not at all. She wanted to stream. Streaming was actually her idea. She wanted to stream on her channel though because she was going to do a makeup look and play games, and her stream has a camera, whereas this one doesn't. So, but she's just kind of been doing. I don't want to share too much. She's just kind of been fighting her own battles, let's say, and I mean, I always would love to have her here, honestly, but she just had some stuff she's taken care of, we'll say. That's all. So she's all good. She was streaming today though on her channel, and is I think she may still be streaming. She was doing her own thing, and it was really, really cool and really fun. So, but yeah. So you're probably gonna see when I play Mortal Kombat. Let's see. Why don't you stream with a camera? Scared of 1 million views due to handsomeness? Understandable. No, no, nothing like that. I think I've said this before. I've always thought that the focus of the channel isn't really just me, or the name of it. It's really more about the games, and it's more about the room. Actually, it's not even about the games. It's about the room, coming into the room with other people talking about a common interest. So, and in this case, it happens to be games. So, I didn't want the camera to put a focus on me. She put a photo of me on screen at all times. Never acknowledge it. That would be funny. Okay, I don't hear it in my side. Can you hear the... Can you hear that okay? Can you hear the game audio okay? So I am playing this. This is on a Sega CDX. So you may notice some jumpiness, but yeah. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I'm probably gonna be super awful. Oh, it's already on very easy. It's not. It doesn't seem fair. Let's turn it on medium. Nah. All right, no guarantee I'm going to be any good. If you don't win every round, I might disown you. I'm probably not going to be good. This sound, this character select, oh well, it chose for me. I know it took too long, but that character select sound is incredibly nostalgic for me. Versus Baraka. I am not using a 6-button controller because I do not have one. So let me try and get a feel of this. Well, I fell over. I'm the least judgmental person. Hold on. Oh, I forgot. Start was the block button. Okay, that was... I was trying to... do a thing. I'm the least judgmental person in games, man. I'm a fighting game diehard, but I hate people like that. I was trying to read your comment. I was going to pause, but I forgot. I'm on a 3-button controller, and if I'm not mistaken, start is the block button, but it is also... Is that Shang Tsung? It is also the button that switches from top row 3-button to bottom row 3-button on the 3-button controller config. So what a bummer. I mean, hey, you know what? Really? I'm just trying to get a feel of the controls right now, bud. I was just trying to get... Is that Shang Tsung? Yeah, I was just... that does not look like Shang Tsung to me, but... Okay, that's... Okay, hold on. If I... So that's my block button. But... How do I uppercut? That's all I was wanting to try and figure out what to do. Oh, shoot. In your defense, MK2 and MK3 is unbelievable. I'm gonna play some more of it, dang it. But I don't want Shang Tsung. Let's do Kung Lao. It's so crazy to see that all these guys are getting switched around in that Mortal Kombat 1 trailer. I didn't even see Baraka. I'm assuming he was a support character. Why was he able to hit me down there?
Fight.
Why can't I get a hit in edgewise? I'm playing as Kung Lao. No Baraka confirmed yet. As I say, I didn't see him. I saw Goro. I saw Johnny Cage. I saw Kenshi. I saw Scorpion. I saw Sub-Zero. It's very, very odd, I think.
Fight.
How in the world? What is the? Goro's confirmed as a cameo fighter. Know if he's official. I saw the cameo, which I thought was super cool.
Fight.
But Ed Boon was saying something about. Okay, how do I?
Finish him.
This is some unbelievable bull. They said something about good, like, hold on, I'm gonna reset real quick. I'm gonna turn the difficulty down just so I can get the feel of the frickin' controls. I have not played this game probably since 1993. Not really, it's probably been like 95, but still. They said something about good guys being bad guys being good guys. So I'm kind of eager to see, like, does that mean we're gonna get like does that mean Shang Tsung? Because I saw Shang Tsung was in the, okay, whatever. That Shang Tsung was in. I saw that Shang Tsung was in the pre-order as the pre-order bonus. Is he gonna be a good guy? Is Shao Kahn gonna be a good guy, or even in it? You know? Who's the main bad guy going to be if all these guys are good? Is it going to be a twist like Liu Kang is also bad? Oh, I'm against Jax. But I'm against Nice. Okay, well, I'm dying to know how Sub-Zero and Scorpion's story are. They're brothers, but they're still. But are they still Baihan and Hanzo? Also, where's Kuilang? Does he even exist now? That's a good question. I don't know.
Standing.
I'm just gonna cut the heck out of you.
Standing.
Because I want to see how adaptive you are, and also.
Finish him.
Dang it! I was trying to do the chain punches. At least my guy was happy when he floated down that acid river. Okay. Let's go back to Raiden now and see if I can figure out how to shoot lightning. I've got to just accept it's a new timeline. I've done it once before and I can do it again. It just seems like such a drastic change in the timeline.
Fight.
Okay, that's... Okay. So I know how to do the Jabet with Kung Lao. It's similar.
Outstanding.
That's frustrating.
Finish him.
Dang it! It's so difficult to it's not the same as it is now by like you had back now. You can zone, you can figure out how you can zone, you can juggle. Here, let's be Sub-Zero. You can zone, you can juggle. You could kind of do that back then, but it's so difficult.
Fight.
So you're So the ranged are still quarter circle. Okay, I did that probably in the cheapest possible way.
Fight.
Why wouldn't it let me uppercut?
Outstanding. Outstanding.
Dang it. This is what happens when games are designed to keep you coming back. And yeah, well, that's the thing. Notice how all of the quarter circle, watch. Notice how he somehow knows. Like with Raiden, I wasn't having any issue hitting him.
Finish him.
I don't know what the finisher was for him. The fatality, rather. The AI is insane in these old... You have to say, like, all of a sudden, he's not...
Outstanding.
I was gonna say, all of a sudden, he doesn't... All of a sudden, he doesn't need Shao Kahn the ultimate. Yes! All of a sudden, he doesn't... Let's say, I could hit him with Raiden, but all of a sudden, now he doesn't need... I saw that coming.
Outstanding.
I do remember the cheap teleport move. Because I did play this on the arcade machine. Or was... I did play this on the arcade machine back in the day. Whoops. Was it this one I played on the arcade machines, or... I played one... I know I played the... Okay, I won't say this. I know I played the heck out of 4 on the arcade machine. I'll say that. Because I'm not entirely positive that I played this one, but I know I played 4. A ton. Dang it. I like the angry trees. There was another game that was actually I can't remember what it was called, but there was another game that was kind of reminiscent to this, but more comic booky style.
Outstanding.
And I can't remember what it was. It came in the Sega Mini, the first one. Dang it. This is so freaking difficult. It doesn't feel very responsive in some instances, too, and this I don't think it's the controller's fault. Maybe it's just me.
Finish him.
But, like, the uppercut doesn't feel super... The uppercut doesn't feel super, This stage is back in the new Mortal Kombat. They showed as a day stage, all bright and colorful. That's cool. Let's play. Let's try Kung Lao again. Nah, you know what? Let's do Scorpion. Why not? We'll play as the brothers. I know that's a different thing. I couldn't tell half of the stages because it was the brightest Mortal Kombat I think I've ever seen. Well, I got tripped to death. I know.
Outstanding.
Okay, so for him it's not quarter circle forward, it is...
Finish him.
Do you happen to remember the button combo for Scorpion? No, it doesn't make sense, but that's the other thing I told you I was interested to see is Mylena is not Takartan anymore, or it doesn't look like it. They talked about her disease, and I'm like, I don't understand.
Outstanding.
I don't know what they're going to do with that, honestly. I have no idea.
Fight. Outstanding. Finisher.
All right, what happens if I mirror match? Ah, dang it! I saw it's okay. I saw who I would have chosen. I bet Ermac's somewhere in the background. I know he was just an error, but Ermac was one of my absolute favorite characters. Became one of my absolute favorite characters. Even though it just meant error macro. I can appreciate the level of effort and quality put into the last few MK stories. I'm actually not a huge fan of the writing. I prefer the OG timeline. Yeah, I don't know what to think about this new deal.
Outstanding.
And they've got characters I don't care anything about either, for sure. So I mean, I get it.
Outstanding.
How do I throw my fan? It's not quarter circle. It's not. Oh, it's okay.
Finisher.
Okay, fine. I'll just knock her up like that. Sure. Yeah, no worries.
Fight. Outstanding. Fight. Outstanding.
I don't understand what these controls are supposed to be.
Outstanding. Finisher.
Dang it. I know I'm gonna fight as this next time, though. That's okay. Was it just me, or did Kano look a bit odd also? In these new ones. Reptile.
Fight. Outstanding.
A reptile's awesome.
Fight. Outstanding. Outstanding. Finish him.
Nice. That worked well, I guess. Welcome back. I was gonna say, it's a little weird to me. I was gonna ask, does Kano look a bit odd in the new ones? Dang it. To me, he looked a little unusual. but maybe I'm wrong.
Fight.
Son of a gun.
Finish him.
It's supposed to be MK original, but you're not alone on that. Okay, I was wondering because he looked a little unusual to me. But it always had potential for interesting lore and fun stories. The magical martial arts with monsters and sorcerers. Last few games, they completely lost that. I agree. I don't think he does, but I've heard a lot of people say the same thing. He looks unusual to me a little bit, but I mean, it's not bad. It's just different. He looks, and that's okay. But he looks decidedly more young, I guess. All right, let me go ahead and do the CD portion. I will be right back. I just have to restart and then eject the cartridge. Pretty cool, huh? It's supposed to be OGK. No, okay, that makes sense. There's nothing wrong with it. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I just didn't know. So I actually played the heck out of this game way back in the day. But we're doing Streets of Rage. I love the fact that this is on Sega CD, by the way. Or this is a Sega CD, so... We'll just move on. One player, because I don't have a second controller plugged in. Let's be Adam. Adam's cool. He's not the fastest, but he's strong and he jumps around. Fun fact, not really fun, but Streets of Rage and Street Fighter 2 Champion Edition are my earliest gaming memories. They are the two that got me into video games. See, that's awesome. That's the reason I like retro as much as I do, is because they are the ones that gave people these kind of awesome, just nostalgic pieces. Okay. So what does A do? The answer is nothing. But I can use the heck out of B. Look at that. No, I think that's awesome, though, honestly. So again, this is the Sega CD version. Okay. Which is really, I believe, just a rehash of the original anyway. It does look a little different to me, though. The characters look smaller. Does this look different? Do the characters look smaller to you? I have nostalgia. The nostalgia I have for these games is unbelievable. Streets of Rage 1 and 2 are your two favorite game soundtracks. Very nice. I do like the game soundtracks a ton. I mean, obviously, if I were going to pick a retro game that I had the biggest nostalgia for, soundtrack-wise, I would say... Actually, that Mighty Morphin Power Rangers game you guys had seen me play, I think has some of the best music on this Super Nintendo. The characters were always smaller in 1, 2, and 3, but you might be correct. Okay. Oh, I mean, they looked smaller to me. I thought they were bigger, but I'd just be wrong. That's very possible. It feels good. I mean, the game feels good. And it seems to be playing just fine, and you guys can see it decently, it seems. Does it look good on your side, or does it seem to jump around a lot? Dang it. You know it has an incredible soundtrack? Cyber Shadow. Yes, Cyber Shadow does have a freaking amazing soundtrack. Yeah, it's pipe. About to say sword. Cyber Shadow is absolutely amazing, so I am 100% with you on that. The Mighty Morphin Power Ranger game that I played on the Mighty Morphin Power Ranger game that I played on the Super Nintendo, I think has probably one of my, if not my favorite soundtrack of a Super Nintendo game. Oh, son of a gun. That's fine. Nope. 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 Yeah, Cyber Shadow is amazing. I am 100% with you on that. Come here. The soundtrack on this is really good. For the sake, I think Sonic the Hedgehog games are absolutely underrated soundtracks. But they borrowed a lot too, and Michael Jackson was involved, so that's kind of an unfair fight. He wasn't involved in all of them, but he was involved in 3, so. I love Cyber Shadow so much, I regret my dumb nitpicking of that game on our old podcast. No, that's fine. I mean, that's the beautiful thing. So they say that your actual taste buds and such change every 7 years. I don't see any reason why our preferences wouldn't change similarly frequently. Ooh, it's poison. They felt so bad about beating up a lady that they decided to make her a trans person, which is interesting, but I don't think, I mean, I think if you're, my opinion is if you're playing a game about beating people up, does the gender really make that big of a difference? Like, you probably shouldn't in real life be beating anybody up. It doesn't really matter what their gender is. That's just me. Away, boomerang. There we go. Change my mind. I'll stay in the Stone Age of gaming. Shovel Knight Bloodstained. Cyber Shadow might be the best indies that capture that NES magic. I agree. Every time I say COTM, I always think Circle of the Moon. I know it's Curse of the Moon, but I always think Circle of the Moon because that's Castlevania. But yes, I completely agree. And that new one that you showed me, it looks amazing too. And then Anna showed me the new Prince of Persia. Well, she showed me that whole showcase. But that Prince of Persia game, I'm super excited about. I was a huge Prince of Persia fan for the side scroller. I have it on Xbox 360 as well as the Sega one. And then there was also the what is this? You better knock it off, guys. I have a lollipop. Let go. Let go. Okay. There we go. Yes, it looks amazing. That's gonna be a day one, and I bet you they'll launch it for $14.99. I think so. Can you still? By the way, can you still hear me well? The mic is a little farther away from me as it normally is. Do I still sound okay? I'd rather have the knife. Sounds all good? Good, okay. Well, dang it. She hit me with a whip. let's see. I'll pause real quick. So so many things to say on the PS4. Shame I get PS4 and later I don't have internet. But you shouldn't have to have the internet, right? PS4 is a fantastic console. It is. It absolutely is. Well, I have OCD. Doesn't help. I'm sorry. I may have missed something on that. I'm sorry. Quit hitting me. This particular part of the soundtrack to me sounds very Toe Jam and Earl. Another really great game. Quit picking up the other weapon, dang it. I want the pipe. Okay, well. Don't really need that now, but... That worked out well. What the heck is supposed to be on that poster back there in the backdrop? I like how he grabbed me and I turned around, reversed the grab, and grabbed him. Oh, I forgot these guys. I'm not afraid of clowns, but like, how ridiculous would it be if you had someone coming up juggling like this? It's supposed to be you on the sign? He's like, I have unlimited sticks. Would you like the sticks? They are aflame. I will throw. Throw? Oops. Knee to the groin. Not pleasant. And then that guy rushes right in and is just immediately like, is the clown gone? I was terrified of that guy. Glad you beat him up. Alright. Do you get an apple? I get a knife. I poke. You'll never stick me. Oh, I guess I got rid of the knife. So, you're correct, clown. I can't. You can't stick me as I shuffle my sticks. Aha, I need this. Okay. Oh, you didn't think you'd get it? You didn't think it'd be that easy, did you? Oh, sweet lord. The rubber nose just... Oh, it did. He survived. I was gonna say the rubber nose is just so ridiculous that it bounces him right back up. Ah! Come on. No, leave me alone. Leave me alone. You leave me alone. Oh, I decided to juggle axes this time. It's twice the danger. I throw. Do you mind if I ask you a question? I made a joke. Okay, get out of the way. God dang it. Why'd you have to sharpen those? Wait, he's a clown? Yeah, he's a clown. Hold on. Oh, son of a gun. The guy comes out with a Pantera right off the bat. God dang, why this guy with the Pantera's got so much more reach? I can't get close to him. God dang it. Can I get your Panteras? That is ridiculous because I do have the slowest person. And I get that hurts, but dang. I can't. Hold on. Come on. It's so difficult to get a reach on him. See, look at that. You know, I'd completely forgotten that I could do that. Let's see. Okay. Obsessive compulsive disorder makes it hard to make my mind getting a PS4, afraid to get it and pay for it and not be able to play it. Yes. And then wait, he's a clown. Yes, he is. My mind is blown. I've played the game over 400 times and never real. He's a little clown. He juggles the stuff. He juggles the flaming sticks, and then eventually that. Hey, here, see, jump kicks too. Jump kicks, okay. Gotcha. Okay, that didn't do me any good, but you're right. That's gonna help. When I land something finally, it's gonna be amazing. But now that I respawn, I can come back in and do this. He's so fast, though, when you do that. He does, like, that dodge. What the heck? I didn't realize he's a clown. I might have to reevaluate my life. Maybe I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure he's a clown. I want to take a look. Am I could be wrong, but I think I've always thought that was a clown. Yeah, he's a clown. Jack is a slender guy who juggles torches and axes, working as a circus clown for his part-time job. He will mostly stay around the screen corners, throwing his axes and torches from a distance, though players can deflect the projectiles with their own punches and kicks. Okay. Yeah, he's a clown. I just read the lore. It's really cool. I see. That's what I used to miss. Like Tekken was my big one. I loved getting the booklets, and I wasn't uber young when Tekken came out or anything like that. But I liked getting the booklets and reading about the lore. I thought that was always cool. Looks like he's at Miami Beach. Good lord. Wait, what is the thing that I can't pick up down there? What is this? Why can't I pick it up? Yeah, this undoubtedly has a great soundtrack. I'm not even gonna... Maybe I'm the clown for not realizing it. No, not at all. That's what I was saying. This was the birthplace for a lot of stuff. That's what I was saying. This was the birthplace for Poison, and Poison actually becoming not being a female. That's where all that came from. In I think later iterations in some regions, they actually replaced Poison's female soundbite, I believe, with the male soundbite. I'm back. Just fought 12 guys and one old woman at once. Nice. Dang it. Come on. Pipe. My favorite weapon. My old friend. Ah, dang it. Pain. An older friend. You suck, Adam. Oh yeah, you're right. You're spot on. But I do believe in the final fight. Either way, I think in final fight, if I'm not mistaken, some regions actually took the female soundbite out and made it a male soundbite. That is poison. That's straight poison right there. Different hair color. I mean, it's a palette swap poison, but same thing with the whip, the police hat, all that. Which had made me wonder if they changed is the character still canonically a trans person, or is the person now, is Poison now a canonical woman? I don't know enough about the lore. I knew this, obviously, but that's retro. That's something I'm sure I need to know a little bit about. She is? Okay. Didn't know. Let's see. Son, come here. Okay. As far as I'm aware, she was in Street Fighter V and DLC, and still referred to as trans. Okay. I didn't know. I wish I could just not throw the knife, but... Alright, it is about time, though. I need to move on to the next console. Oh, okay. That's fair. I do need to move on to the next console. So... Did you see the Shredder's Revenge DLC? I didn't. What is in that? Well, actually, while you're sending the answer, if you don't mind, I'll switch over to the next console real quick. So this works famously. We'll go into the next one. Everything Shredder's Revenge DLC. Let's see. Okay, so they all go into a vortex. I'm watching it right now, so. Dimension Shell Shock. New game modes. New character colors. That's cool. I like the little dancing Raphael. New playable character. Oh! That's freaking cool. That is cool. That is super cool. You get to play as Usagi as well. That is amazing. It's it's a great game. All right. Moving it over to the next system. English. It is not 1994. What is the current time? I have... Does it matter? You know, let's just go through. .emu's involvement with SOR4 and Shredder's Revenge makes me hope to see them lead a new Final Fight or Golden Axe. Pseudo Saturn loader. So I'm actually playing the Sega Saturn, but I do have a Pseudo Saturn loader in it. Which is because I have the Japanese copy of Castlevania. That would be 2. Yeah, that's that. This I think this guy came out in '95. So yeah. I have the Japanese copy of Castlevania Symphony of the Night. So I have Pseudo Saturn to let me play it. It disables the region lock. That is way too loud. Let's try. See where that falls. Sorry about that. Is that toxic? Sounds pretty cool to me.
Let's rock.
Does that sound okay? I know that this one's a little hard to balance. I won't be great at this because I'm...
Those alien bastards are gonna pay for shooting up my ride.
Friggin' John, St. John. Seems all good? Okay. Okay, so this is the Sega Saturn version of this. So it is a little wonky. And I am playing this, again, all of this is being played on actual hardware. So I'm actually playing this on the Saturn with the Saturn controller, which I actually really rather like. It's kind of smooth, to be fair. Have you played Ion Fury? I believe I have it, and I believe I've played it, but I can't say that it's something that stuck with me. Oh, shoot. I think I have it, but I'm not positive. Which would mean if I have it, I've played it, but I'm not positive, to be fair. So I'm not gonna say yes. Okay. Anything you hope to see from Xbox's show tomorrow? Progress on the new Splinter Cell game would be nice, but that's not Xbox, that's Ubisoft. I thought that they had said something about making it an Xbox, or focusing on its Xbox roots, though. So I would like to see if Microsoft got the early access on that. He's dead. Grab that armor. Yeah, which they'll probably hold it for theirs, but it'd be cool to get a teaser about it, honestly. Xbox exclusivity, though. Let's see, what would I hope to see? I wouldn't mind seeing Elder Scrolls 6 progress. That'd be nice. Bethesda should not have a separate thing since they're Microsoft now. But they might, I don't know. Come on. I wouldn't mind seeing that. I wouldn't mind seeing... Dang it, what happened to my armor? I was at 92% armor. So those must have just been headshots. I wouldn't mind seeing...
Damn, those bastards are gonna pay for shooting up my ride.
Starfield is having its own thing tomorrow after the show. I don't know how to feel about Starfield just yet. I want to like it, but I don't know how to feel. I'd like to see, honestly, I'd love to see some original stuff, some new originals too come out. Part of me thinks they're going to announce like another Gears of War something, because I think we're overdue for one. I'm not saying that I think we need another one necessarily. I'm just saying I think that by the metric we're overdue. I don't like that developer, never have. I don't know how to feel about that yet, so. I wouldn't mind seeing them lean into Mojang with Minecraft stuff. Am I out of ammo? Yep, I'm completely out of ammo. That's alright. I can face kick with the best of them. A lot of health. Give me ammo. Give me ammo, dang it. No one's giving me ammo. I wouldn't mind seeing that. I want to see... Hold on. Nobody is dropping ammo. That's to say, I would love to see a new Banjo. Not if it's not Platonic, or at least Choice for Bob, then I'd be worried. Yeah, I think that would be cool. Traveler's Tales, I think, is still third party completely, so I think they would do a good job, though. Oh. God. Give me the health packs. God dang it. I wouldn't mind seeing that. I wouldn't mind seeing I would love to see a new Banjo, honestly. If they come out with a new Banjo, I'd absolutely freak out.
Bastards are gonna pay for shooting up my ride.
You know what I'd honestly love to see is I'd love to see them try to do a Splinter Cell-esque Perfect Dark. I'd love to see that. They tried one with Perfect Dark Zero back in 06, and it was okay. I mean, I have it. Well, with Retro Replay as well as some other stuff, but... Okay. I wouldn't mind seeing a Splinter Cell-esque Perfect Dark, though. I really like the 64 one. The one for 64 is in my... Like, I would put the one for 64 up there with GoldenEye, honestly. forget how difficult these games where you can't actually aim are. I think there's health back there. What's my health at? I think I'll probably lose as much as I get, but let's try it. No, I did okay. Perfect Dark is... yeah, that's what I figured. Have you ever played the Perfect Dark for 64? Like, I honest and truly would put that up there with GoldenEye. Which I do think is a really good game. Okay, now we've got some ammo. Great game. Hey, it's so good. All right, I think this is good enough to say that it's working. God dang it. Let's move on to GameCube. I think I'm only going to do 6 of the 10 systems, and then if I have some time, I might do some tomorrow, just in case. I like the Time Splitters games more than both of them, but GoldenEye and Perfect Dark are great. And Time Splitters are great. Is there a GameCube game that you might like to see tested? I do have the last game I think I'll do is the 64. The last one I'll try is the 64. I have the PS2, the Dreamcast, and the PS1 to test, which I may do tomorrow in a short stream if I have time. That'll allow me to make sure they're all tested. I'll just do an I Goofed Part 2 because it is true. But is there for today I'll do GameCube and 64. I already have a game I need to test in the 64 because it's a new acquisition. So I'd like to test that game, but I am curious as to options for GameCube. Let's do Soul Calibur. That's good. I believe I have I don't think I have the original discs of the Time Splitters. I think I have those on the newer consoles as downloads. So let me do Soul Calibur 2. Give me 1 second. I'll switch it over. You'll hear plipping and plopping again though, and probably a thing from me about the also my Soul Calibur is probably not going to be super good on GameCube because I really haven't played it a ton on GameCube. I do trigger fights, but we will try it. There we go. Skill is. I appreciate it. I actually believe myself to be a decent Soul Calibur player. Not when it comes to 2. That's the only thing. When I actually started kind of playing like serious hardcore when 4 came out. I had played Soul Edge. I actually have the one. I have one for Dreamcast, but I had played the. I didn't play anything kind of serious on it until 4, and then 5, and 5 has been, So but I didn't play a ton on GameCube. So this one I'm not actually playing on Wii. I am legitimately playing this on GameCube. I do have a backwards compatible Wii that I normally would play this on, which has HDMI cables in it, so I can get a better image. But there's sometimes it's just one of those things where you have the old stuff, you want to make sure it works. My girlfriend enjoys Soul Calibur. It's fun when she thinks she's actually winning until I show dominance and destroy my prey with ease, using only 2% of my power.
History and the world, a tale of souls and swords, eternally retold.
And did you guys see that? That sword had a freaking eyeball. We'll just play arcade for sake of simple. I usually play as Raphael.
On guard. Versus Talim. Be gone. She rides the wind.
Okay, I need to see if I can change my...
Strike.
Let's see, can I change my controller? Alright, let me see if I can remember here. So I need my... You just skipped a Soul Calibur intro. Sorry. So I like A to be guard. I like B to be kick. I like X to be combo. I like Y to be...
Sorry, real quick.
What's up, Liv?
Do you want to mix this with meat?
Yes.
It has a little bit of bad ingredients.
That's okay. It's safe. We could
Do you
be...
want to put the whole packet in it?
Yes. How much do you how much did you get? How many of those did
1
you
pound. I'm at 2 packets.
get? If you're doing a whole pound, that's probably good for that, because you're only going to use maybe a quarter or a third of the packet
yes,
for the
add
sauce.
water. Okay.
Sorry, I'm testing, and we're on. Oh, sorry, we're on like system 5 of 9.
Nice.
But I don't have to test the whole thing. I might just test the 64, and I may like do a short one tomorrow to test the other 3, unless you want to pop in and help me test the last 3.
No, I'm cooking.
No, not right now.
Oh. Sure.
Okay. Hurry up, it's late here. Thank you. Yeah, I'll have some food. She's making this she saw this thing for like stuffed taco shells. And so we're trying that, but my 2 favorite game franchises are Mortal Kombat and Street Fighter, but Soul Calibur 1 and 2 are 2 of the greatest fighting games ever made as far as I'm concerned, masterpieces of the genre. I completely agree. It is late there, by the way. What time is it here? Oh yeah, it's coming up on 5 past 1 a.m. there, I think. So, well, I appreciate you for being here. Sorry it's been so... there's been so much... there's been so much going on. So I like that to be normal attack, and then I like this to be almost time to train in the chamber, like Batman. Except the well, thank you. And then this I like to be B and guard. Let's actually do just because I don't know how clicky that's going to be. We'll try it. Let's do B and guard here, and then let's do this as combo ABK, and then we can leave that there. I do like Rumble. We'll see if this is close enough. Okay, that's decent. That doesn't quite work though because
You win. You are not even worth killing.
it's not bad. I'm not gonna. That's fine.
Battle 2. Fight.
Ah, shoot! I wasn't paying attention. There we go. I like that I look down and that's immediately what I see. Rumble in the jungle, and then she's 6 jokes. Oh, I didn't get to hit the button in time to say the thing. It's funny.
You're quite the rude one.
This stage has been here forever.
If you want to live. Battle 1. Fight.
Beautiful. This game still looks, in my opinion, this still looks pretty good. Oh, shoot. Perfect. If you listen carefully, viewers, it sounds like the Retro Room has 35 fingers all hitting the controller at once. Truly a remarkable creature. No, just the normal.
Give up already.
Oh, I forgot about Ivy. The lore of this game was also really cool. The fact that Ivy was, I can't remember the, I want to say cervezas, but that's beer. Dang it. Yeah, she's definitely got more than she does in most of the other games on, for darn sure. The fact that she's the pirate's Cervantes, thank you. Cervantes is his daughter. But then Raphael is a vampire, so that's kind of epic. I think it's probably reminded me of Castlevania, which is most likely why I fought as him. Because is it Amy, I think, is his daughter? God, I forgot how much I love this game. This may be my favorite fighting game. I like Tekken a lot, but honestly, I may like Soul Calibur more than I like Tekken.
Win, fool. You delude yourself. Final battle. Fight.
And why? Is that true? Surely that can't be true, is it? Throw break. Dang it. Perfect. Okay, I was gonna say that sounds messed up. Which of course it would be, but at the same time, like, it just doesn't sound too messed up to be there. But yeah, I was gonna say, I don't remember where. I need to go play these in order to get the story again. Yeah, Mitsubishi. No, I get it. I need to see what. It's it doesn't. When did Raphael become Oh, dang it. That's not what I meant to hit. When did Raphael become a vampire? Was it in 3? When what is it, Zislamil or whatever his name is, pops up? Swing. There we go. 4 or 5? I know he was in 4, but I didn't know if that was when he had become it. I didn't know if it was that... I thought it was 3. Because you get that guy that has the scythe. It's like Zislamil or some weird name that I don't know how it's pronounced. Mitsurugi's awesome. God dang it, Mitsurugi. I love Soul Calibur. Soul Calibur 1, 2, and 6 are my favorites. 3, 4, and 5 are a blur, but I do enjoy them. I need to play more 6. Nice. I need to play more 6. I'm gonna download. I have all the DLC, I think. Did they come out with a ton of extra, like, season passes? They may have actually come out with more season passes than I have. God dang. Zas Salamel? Okay. I was in the right book, but not on the right page.
Pretentious fool. 9, 8.
Yeah, I'm gonna continue. 4 I remember very well. I do, and I remember this one really well. I remember 2 very well. I actually have 2 on all consoles because of all of the exclusive characters. Which, to be fair, I don't like DLC being the like season pass 5,000 or whatever. But I do like, with less of a pause, but Zasalamel. Okay, fair enough. I got all 3 right because you got Spawn if you were on Xbox, and you got Heihachi if you were on PlayStation, and then obviously you got Link if you were on this one. God dang it. This is what I need. God dang it. Kept trying to grab him and throw him off the cliff just for the fun at that last piece, but I toyed around too much and he got me. Fun fact, I actually did learn how to use a sword in this fencing style that Raphael is using. Long time ago. I actually still have the sword. It's a mess now. And it's not nearly as pretty as his, but it is. I do have one that I learned to use that way. Ah, crap. This is back when he had the beetle helmet. I like him as the Rock being better. I mean, this is fine, but I think the Rock being thing was super cool, like the Golem rather. How did you duck that, Astaroth? That's not remotely fair.
Battle 2. Fight.
Hear me out. Soul Calibur 7, console-specific guest characters again for PlayStation, either Kratos or Aloy, or the Bloodborne Hunter. For Xbox, Spinal from Killer Instinct. For Nintendo, either Link again or Ganondorf. Okay, that is brilliant. I say Kratos. I say absolutely Kratos for PlayStation, and I say Ganondorf this time for Nintendo. But I want Ganondorf. I'm going to be a little picky. I want Twilight Princess Ganondorf. That is, in my opinion, the best version of Ganondorf that has ever been. And then Spinal from KI would be amazing. Because he's already using the sword, right? There's no. So Ganondorf. Kratos already has the blades, right? Spinal's already got his sword and shield, and Ganondorf already uses twin blades as well. Yeah, that's how. Yeah. What was bull about that is that he was able to ring me out after I had him down to nothing. The thing about him is, Raphael's a pretty good character usually for Astaroth because he's too big. He's too slow, rather. Raphael's a much faster character. Astaroth's damage is way better, but Raphael is much faster. Yeah, I remember that, but I wouldn't mind seeing new Kratos, because old Kratos has the Blades of Chaos, but new Kratos I would love to see with the Leviathan Axe. So I think that would be a new enough take. I mean, the Bloodborne Hunter would also be amazing, though. I would not be opposed to that. Oh, come on. God dang it. I was going to use my ring swap, but it didn't work out. Well, Voldo for sure, especially Voldo from 4. Like, Astaroth, it's like, maybe, but Voldo for certain. Voldo for certain. Voldo's the creepiest, but he's also pretty cool. Do you know he's 60, I think, according to the continuity of the game? Yeah, I think Voldo, at least as of the continuity of 4, I believe Voldo is 60 years old.
You win. Battle 2. Fight.
God dang it. God dang it, there was no way. He kind of looks like that kind of a person, doesn't he?
Final battle. Fight.
Come on. God dang it. I remember that Taki was my least favorite for a long time because of a specific stage that occurs on 4. No, I'm going to torture him. Oh man, I forgot how much I love Soul Calibur. I need to go back and play more of this. This stage with Taki I don't think was the one that caused me as much grief. There was one in 4 though that did, and it was it was one of the challenges.
I'm through with work.
Looks like the kind of guy trying to seduce both my girlfriend and me at the same time. He's a vampire, so the odds are probably pretty good. Vampires are known for just trying to seduce whomever they're going to eat from, regardless of I was never down. Kick her right in the face. She has a right pair of lungs. She does. Is it too loud? She does, definitely.
You win. Stay down. It suits you. Battle 2.
Nice. Good lord. Dang it, that's it. That move I hate. Yeah, I agree with you. I think, now that I'm thinking about it, I think this might actually be my favorite fighter of all time. Because I like Tekken, don't get me wrong. But like this, there's something about the fluidity and the characters, and then when they started doing the make your own character piece, that was amazing. Which, of course, they do still now. They've continued that tradition. Nice. Yeah, I'm having a blast with this. I freaking love this. I think Soul Calibur 1 is a perfect fighting game, and this is a very close second. Yeah. Yeah, I'm with you there.
You're too weak for that. Aren't you?
Well, your sword's not as big as his. Oh, quiet down, Siegfried. God dang it. God dang it. Barely. Good lord. Yeah, Soul Calibur 1 is amazing, but I gotta say, like, these are all just super solid. Like, I remember, like I said, I remember 4 being great, I remember 6 being great, 5 was hit or miss. I keep catching him before his super, which is good. Because his super does a ton of damage. God dang it. Soul Calibur 4 has a lot of negativity towards it at times. Yeah, I agree. I think 4 was absorbed a lot of my time and effort. Had to get in with the grapple or I wasn't gonna make it. God dang it. There was no way on that one. He was comboing like crazy. I thought, let's see, your sword's not as big as his. Hey, my girlfriend says it works. She doesn't mind even if I cry afterwards. She says it's okay. That's so sad. I mean, it's sweet also that if that were the case that she would be so supportive, but that's so sad. Okay. They weren't good enough to deal with it. Yoda was insane. Vader had some insane cheap moves too. You couldn't zone him because he had those freaking pulls that he could do.
Battle 2, fight.
Got him sideways. I couldn't get up in time. I was stunned. Dang it.
You lose. Final battle. Fight.
God dang it. God dang it. I was trying to interrupt him and I didn't get it. The key to being good at Soul Calibur is to just have been born as you. I think I've done decently. I'm not definitely as good a fighter as at fighting games as you are, for sure. But I don't put as much time into them as you do, I don't think either. I gotta figure out what my reach actually looks like. No, I'm trying. I'm not doing real good against him. Thank you, though.
This is it.
That wasn't the button I meant to hit. Okay, that did okay. Nightmare is a nightmare. Okay, he actually is. He's really tough.
Final battle. Fight.
God dang it. I love the music. It's kind of like Irish jig. That shouldn't have been. That'll do it. Dang it. Nightmare is Siegfried and Siegfried is... God, it always comes back to that.
But I will not.
Ow. I just cracked my finger. Okay, that should be the end of the mode at least. Good God. Oh, no, that's right. There's also Soul Edge.
What is happening? Impossible.
Siegfried reminds me of Kingdom Hearts supervillain Sephiroth from the hit studio Capcom Namco. Yeah, okay. They start singing the Disney Hellfire song from Hunchback of Notre Dame.
Final battle. Fight.
Did he put his fire clothes back on? You don't get to just use Killick's style. You gotta be as good as he is. Yeah, I know, that's true. That is true.
Fight.
Dang it.
You lose.
Well, yeah, he used Soul Edge, god dang it. I can take on myself, I can take on Killick. I didn't realize I was gonna have to contend with god dang Soul Edge immediately. Oh, now he's using Ivy's. I did always think that this was cool, though. Okay, so Ivy's done. Who do we get now?
Fight.
Oh, Yoshimitsu. Okay. And then I think it's always Soul Edge at the end, isn't it?
Fight.
Nope. It's what's her name? There we go. That was better. I did a slightly better job that time.
So this is Soul Edge.
There's no way you're going to use that if you're a fencer like you are. Okay. Is this the one where he does it? He vowed not to be possessed by the blade and grabbed the hilt. I think I was better at this than Mortal Kombat 2. I was garbage at Mortal Kombat 2. Oh, that's all you're going to give me is nobody knows what was... okay. And game over, you lost. Okay, I got through an entire arcade mode with Raphael. He's the one I fight as the most. The profile for Raphael, he looks like the guy from Hunchback again. What was the... Phoebus. Nice. All right, well, I'm going to go ahead and switch it over to one last console, test one last game, and then I'm going to be done for the night, I think. So, here we go. Switch it over, and it's going to be 64, so... That one was quick.
Yeah, that's better.
It wasn't quite Clay Fighters I had in mind, and I'll explain why. I can play Clay Fighters on it tomorrow, though. If I do some more testing, if that's something you'd be interested in. I bought a boxed copy of this bad boy from a store, and wanted to see if it was working. No, I don't want to put the Rumble Pack in. I do have a Rumble Pack. I have 2 Rumble Packs, I think. Oh, hi, Greg. We'll do game 2. I hadn't got a chance to see if this was working well or not, so I'm now going to get to do that. I didn't get to see. This was the only version that doesn't have the super censored everything. Like the Great Mighty Pooh, even in the Xbox version, is heavily censored, and the Rare Replay version is heavily censored. This is the only version that isn't. And somehow it still starts as like Gangster's Paradise. Yeah, he does. This is all over milk falling off of shaky tables.
Well, there I am. Conquer the king. King of all the land. Who'd have thought that? But how did I come to this, I hate to say. And who are those strange fellows that surround my throne? I hear you also say. Well, it's a long story. Come closer, and I'll tell you.
It's funny that it's funny that you say that. They are actually both. I know they're not actually friends, but they are both featured in Diddy Kong Racing together.
Bird day.
And it's clearly before they really knew what they were going to do with him. Because Banjo doesn't sound... He kind of sounds like I guess you imagine he would. Conker does not, at all. But I always thought that was cool to have like a canon version of that. I have that game in box as well, because I freaking love Diddy Kong Racing. Look at that gigantic freaking tape deck she has to keep on her.
You've reached, Barry's place. I'm not available to answer the phone, obviously. However, if you leave your, name and number and you sound cute, I may ring you back. Ciao.
Hi, Barry. Hello? Barry, if you there.
Probably, yes.
Oh, anyway. Look.
I'm gonna be a bit late. Well, met up with a couple of the guys and they're off tomorrow to some, I don't know, fight some war somewhere. Anyway,
I'll see ya. Love you. Mwah, mwah.
I think she wanted. Conker, put the phone down. Oh, right. Whose line is it? Yours. What, again? Okay. Will someone lend me a $5?
You can definitely tell that this is an English-made game. Some of the term...
Oh, good now. You guys enjoy yourself and all that, and I'll probably see you sometime next week. I gotta go home. I'll go this way.
Rare had to have been high as kite making this. Yes.
Right.
I completely agree with that. I think somebody, I can't remember who, but I do think that somebody had said something to that effect of, they would just go get blazed and then
Hang on a sec.
go design something.
Sorry about that, old chap. Gotta go.
So you can definitely, they said $5 might be, let's say, yeah, we wouldn't say, can you spot me a $5, can you spot me a $10? We don't normally say that. We just say, you got $10, you know, you got $5. And it's also bucks, right? We wouldn't say quid. We'd say bucks.
Can't quite make it out. Anyway.
Also, we probably wouldn't call anybody old chap, even ironically, because it doesn't... The thing about it is the way that people speak in England, I think the terms, I think, complement the accent, whereas our accents are definitively less distinct, I think. I mean, I think the world would recognize it as American, but I don't think America has so many different accents that it's actually quite insane to... It's actually quite insane to think about that.
He doesn't like milk on shaky tables.
This was the silliest reason to have a boss.
Messiah?
I haven't heard old chap in years. He's a king, so he could just as easily have gotten another table. The other thing, too, is you hear them say squirrel, but you hear him say squirrel, which is not how we would say it. We would just say squirrel. There's more emphasis on the U and the R than there is the I. One of the weirdest terms from where I come from is our kid, which means someone's brother.
It's gonna be one of those days.
See, we would combine, if I were going to say brother, then I would say, so I have a younger brother. I would say my kid brother to indicate that it's my brother and younger, but he's not I wouldn't say our kid. That is an unusual one, if that is the case.
I don't feel so good.
I think I have. If I'm not, what?
Oh, that's the last time I drink it.
I think I have to get washed up, don't I? The amount of times I've heard my uncles and dads say "our kid" in reference to one another. Yeah, that's I didn't know that. Okay.
I don't feel so good. I feel sick.
It's definitely more of a specific term around this area and not all of England. I don't know exactly the area of England that you are, that the accent is. The Black Country is a strange one. No, it definitely doesn't want me to. I can't remember.
I don't feel so good. I feel sick.
I don't remember. I just walk around to the back? Oh, yeah. Alright, let's talk to the Scarecrow. There we go.
What's that? Who are you?
Oh, hello. Can you help me? I need to get home and go to bed because I don't feel very well at all.
Oh, no.
Some weird voice acting, too.
You can't help me at all.
My whole area is pretty much Birmingham and everywhere around there. I'm not directly from there, but 15 minutes away. The accents are very similar. Okay, I see.
Brady.
Yeah, I'm
You haven't got a beard.
No. Brady.
being in Texas, there are multiple accents in Texas alone, but mine is not characteristic of any of Texas, to be fair.
Let's step over here.
I had to lose mine in order to maintain a job, so...
You see those buttons? Actually, you'll find that...
Which I think I've done a decent job on. I think I'm decently easy to understand.
And, well, actually, press B.
Press B.
Oh, yeah. The light comes on. And it makes this nice ting. The ting noise.
Makes it ting.
The ting. That's it.
That's it?
Yeah.
I think he's drunk as much as I have.
I'll press B. Ooh.
I don't mind if I do.
Yeah, he's as smashed as Conker is.
What does that mean?
It means contact sensitive. It's sensitive to contacts.
I feel like outside of England, there are two English accents to the outside perspective world: the posh Queen style, Queen style of typical gangster Londoner, but there are so many more, or not of. Yeah, well, yeah, you usually do hear that. You'll hear like you'll either hear the. Okay, fine. There's definitely a lot. Well, I mean, there's you do. I mean, they do. I think there are a lot that think that posh and Cockney are the only ones. But then, yeah, you do have, the more you do have the more Welsh accent. You do have those that are, I don't know exactly what the it's kind of like Ireland, right? Ireland's the same thing. Like Ireland, a lot of people kind of just think it's one generic accent, but there are like 3 main territories with tons of accents in them, 3 major accents to break off of. Here, we've got 50 states. Every single state has at least 1, oftentimes 2, and if they're really big like us, 3 or 4 or 5 or 10 accent types.
Oh, just what I needed.
That seltzer water's not going to do that for you.
That these give me just what I need at that moment in time. Oh, I see what he means. Context.
It's true, man. If you're not English, you probably either think of a posh person or someone from the rough end of London. Yeah, well, I.
Oh, and by the way, if for whatever reason you want to skip all these wonderful cutscenes, then just press the L button. But you will have to have watched them at least once.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, I mean, to me, I think there's just a lot of. There's a lot of different. It's the same thing with the South. Like everybody always kind of thinks the same.
I can't seem to get any further. I'm sure there was something. Ah, yes, now I remember.
Okay, hold on, let's see.
Hold the Z button down, and I should crack.
Okay.
Now then, what was it? Oh yeah, press A to jump extra high.
Okay.
Then A again to do that funny helicopter tail thing. Now that makes me hover. I should easily get across that gap. Are you sure you got that?
Yep. That's another thing. I can tell this gentleman wasn't American because he said hover or hover. He put more emphasis on the O. We don't. We make it a U, so it's hover. Okay, fine. I don't. That's my thing. I don't really. I tried to. Well, shoot, Greg. Okay, that's what I was thinking. I don't know. I've heard too many. I think I've heard a bunch of English accents that tell me it's not the same. I mean, I don't usually hear the Queen's kind of posh in a lot of cases. I mean, I've heard it before, but like I don't usually hear that in a lot of cases. And then when it comes to I've heard the kind of Cockney accent, but then you hear like even just from actors that are in the general vicinity, you hear differences. Think of a Christian Bale versus a you versus what people consider to be the Queen accent, the posh accent, versus what people consider to be someone like and I'm trying to think of his name right now. The guy that played Bane.
Who's this guy?
If you think you're coming this way, you can think again.
Versus Grant Kirkhope, you know.
I just want to get past, please.
No, I don't think so. I've only just got comfy. Have you ever sat on a piece of Gothic architecture for 200 years? Gets right up your arse, you know. It's about time to move on to a bridge, say. And I'm not moving now.
Isn't it a little bit early in the day to start talking about Gothic architecture?
Well, if you care to come a bit closer, we can discuss things of another nature.
Okay. I think this has worked really well. Let's see. All right. it looks like dinner is ready, so I'm going to go ahead and call it there. This seems to work pretty darn well. We were able to test 6, technically 7 of the systems. I'm pretty happy about that. That leaves 3, which I, again, will try to do tomorrow. That's PS2, PS1, and Dreamcast. But other than that, I think I'm pretty darn happy about it. So I'm going to go ahead and switch over and off. And put some music in. And I will take a look also where you had marked that you liked the song for our, let me turn that down a little bit, our podcast, so that I can take a peek and see what that is, pull that to the side, and I'll mark it for the podcast, because obviously if you like it, that's what we'll use. I had a lot of fun though. I enjoyed it. I got to talk with you. I got to talk with Victory Leo. I got to test my systems at the same time. I got to play a bunch of games that I had fun with, revisit games. Like I said, it kind of reawakened. I kind of want to play a lot more Soul Calibur now. So I'm probably going to go take a look at our Soul Calibur 6 and make sure I've got all the DLC and all that, and I might start playing some of that if I get a chance. But I made sure that they all worked and had a lot of fun with it. So big thank you, obviously, to those who stopped in, Ash and Victory Leo, for keeping me company through all this testing, which otherwise I would have still had fun, but I don't think I would have had near as much. And then also a thank you to anybody who watches this after the fact and happens to see what I was testing, what games I was playing, all that kind of good and fun stuff. If you're watching it, after the fact. Otherwise, I'm gonna hop off. I may be back on tomorrow to test the other 3 systems. I may not be. It's just kind of depend on some circumstances and trying to wrap everything up together in a nice, neat little bow. But either which way, I hope that everybody has a wonderful weekend. We are not doing a traditional Sunday stream. I know we may do it tomorrow, but I think I'm going to try and move most of my streams to Saturday, so that when I wish you guys when I wish you well, you're going into more weekend. Have a good night. You have a good morning. It is fast approaching 2, so I apologize for having kept you up for so long, but I certainly do appreciate the company and fun. You have a wonderful morning, night, etc. And thank you for the well wishes on the food too. Otherwise, like I said, you guys have a wonderful rest of your weekend. Enjoy your time off, and if I am in tomorrow, great. If I'm not in tomorrow, have fun. Yeah, I like this song right here that's actually playing. This reminds me of Sega GT 2002, which I quite liked. So, yeah, we'll see you guys later. Real quick, I just saw just took my shirt off. This is too hot. Girlfriend jumped on me like this piece of meat, had to fight her off. She's back in her cage. I just saw that. I'm just gonna give you that I saw that, and it made me burst out laughing. So anyway, you have a good weekend.